Today's video is sponsored by Flexispot. What's up guys, it's Ivan, and today I wanted to show you my simple desk setup and some products that I think are essential for graduate school. As a graduate student, I'm involved in a lot of different activities. So I obviously am a full-time student at the University of California, San Diego, where I'm studying education studies. That involves me being a teacher assistant and also a research assistant, as well as I conduct my own research projects and I do a lot of different things, like obviously this YouTube channel, I consult, etc. And so because I am involved in a lot of activities, I need a really good desk that is not only going to help me be productive, but also help with my physical body, right? So I want to make sure that I have something that's flexible enough for me to be able to stand or sit whenever I feel like it, because I do spend a lot of time on my computer. With that said, today's video is sponsored by Flexispot. Flexispot sent me their EG1 Standing Height Adjustable Desk with splice boards. Its 2-button controller is easy to operate, which is perfect for someone who likes to live a simple life. The splice board measures 48 by 24 inches, which is enough space for a laptop or desktop and other essential accessories. I chose the black frame and black top colorway to match my aesthetic. My favorite feature of my standing desk is its electric height adjustable system. I am 6 feet tall, so I like to stand during my long work sessions. If you are in graduate school or plan to attend in the near future, I highly recommend Flexispot for your desk's needs. Links will be placed down below in the description box. Thank you to Flexispot for sending me over this desk. As a graduate student, you're going to be expected to write, research, and read a lot. And so you're going to need a computer that's going to last you 5+ years. I personally recommend a MacBook, whether it's an Air, a MacBook Pro, or even just a desktop Mac. But these Macs really do last a long time. I've had mine since 2015 and it's been holding up so far. This model here is a MacBook Air early 2015 11-inch, and it has 4 gigabytes of memory, and on this I read all my articles. I also write all of my all of my homework assignments, all of my research projects. I do everything on this Mac. Obviously I'm also a YouTuber, so I edit my videos, I store my photos and videos on this Mac, and it has lasted me for over 5 years, since 2015. That's 7 years. So I highly recommend that you purchase a MacBook Pro or a MacBook Air or even a desktop Mac, because they do really last a long time. Even though they're very expensive, it's a really good investment, especially if you're planning to do a PhD. So this next thing is not something that you actually need, but for me, because I do make videos, it really helps me out. So I also have this little microphone here that I purchased on Amazon, which obviously helps me with my videos, but also Zoom calls. Now that we are in this pandemic and we're on Zoom, then this really helps amplify my voice when I'm talking either in a meeting, at a research conference that's virtual, or even in the classroom. So I like this little mic that I got that I'm able to use in my Zoom meetings, with my YouTube videos. It's very versatile. I'll link it down below in case you want to purchase it too. It's under $100. I think I purchased it for like $70. And it also comes with another little microphone stand that you can put on your desk without having to have like this handle here. Next, I recommend that you buy some headphones, whether they are these AirPods that I purchased. These are the older versions, so the cheaper ones, but they obviously are still expensive, like around $150. But I highly recommend that you do purchase some type of headphone that's wireless, because it's going to be versatile. You can take it to campus while you're walking to campus. You can use it in the library while you're working on homework. You can use it for video calls if your earphones connect to your computer, and it's just a really good tool to have when you are trying to be productive. I know for me, I like to listen to music while I'm working on projects, while I'm reading, while I'm writing, etc. So these are essential for me to be productive in graduate school. On my desk, I also have a Google Home, which I like because if I don't want to listen to my headphones, I can play music there while I'm working on homework, while I'm cleaning my room, while I'm doing other things that I do as a graduate student. I also have a fake plant that I picked up at Target, as well as this UC San Diego Triton's little board here that I picked up at the bookstore, which gives it a great aesthetic. On the other end of my desk, I do have a helmet, a football helmet, and a couple of books. Let's start off with the helmet. So with the helmet, this is actually from my undergraduate school, and so I used to go to Washington State University, and they are the Cougars, and so I really enjoyed my time there, so I wanted to represent for that. So I have one helmet here, which is supposed to be a piggy bank, and then I have one over here, which is a pencil holder. Then I also have two books that I'm currently reading. One of them is called Critical Race Spatial Analysis, and the other one's Nonprofit Management. One of them is for my class, and the other one is for a research project that I'm working on. So in this little drawer, I actually picked up from Walmart, or I think it might have been Target. But on the first shelf, I have my camera gear, so I have my gimbal here. I have this little pouch that came with my gimbal, but in here I store different things that I might need. So I have another mic that I use that I put in here. I also have the little stand that you can clip on the microphone that I showed you guys earlier, as well as the attachment so I can actually use the microphone. And so pretty much the first drawer here is used for my camera gear. The second drawer down below, I put all my personal items, so my wallet, my glasses, my masks, etc. I also have a little cabinet full of candy. So obviously right now I have seeds, I have some gummy worms, I also have some bubble gum, and this helps me get through all of my hard study sessions. And then in the last shelf, I have miscellaneous items. So I have things that I can mount, different things. I have an Apple connection thing, as well as some lights that I plan to mount. I like to mount my hats here. It gives it a good aesthetic to my productivity desk here. I also recently made these two posters on Canva, and I printed them at Staples because this channel is focused on graduate school applications. So I have my tagline, tips, tricks, advice, and strategies. And right next to that, I do have a cartoon character of myself when I graduated from Harvard. I wanted to end today's video by providing you some tips and strategies on how you can construct your own desk setup for graduate school. First tip is that you want to make sure you have a reliable desk that's going to be able to hold up for 5+ years. Obviously, most PhD programs are 5+ years, and if you are considering a master's program, that's about 2 years. You want to make sure you're not buying multiple desks during that duration of time. And you also want to make sure you buy a desk that is going to meet your needs. So for example, for me, I need a desk that's going to be able to go up so I can stand while doing work. I work on my computer mostly all day, and so I need to make sure that my back is not hurting. So that requires me to have a standing desk like the one that Flexispot provided me for this video. Second tip that I have for you is to make sure you have some reliable headphones. This can help you with your productivity, as most people like to listen to music while they're working or reading. And for me, for example, it does help me out. So I invested in some AirPods because I know that Apple products are durable and they last a long time. And so I invested in that in order for me to be able to listen to music while I work and obviously walk to class. Third tip that I have for you, or the third product that I want you to invest in, is going to be a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro, or even a desktop that is Mac. And the reason why is because, again, these are durable and they last a long time. When I was an undergrad, I used to have a lot of HPs, and I actually bought like a new HP every year because mine kept getting, bugs and viruses, and I needed to purchase a new computer every year. Until I went to graduate school for the first time, I invested in a MacBook Air, and I still have the same exact one that I used when I was at the Harvard Graduate School of Education. And so it's been lasting me more than 5 years. And so I like Apple products because they do last a long time. The last tip that I have for you is that I want you to just keep it simple. I know a lot of YouTubers and a lot of content creators, they have different sources of technology. So for example, they have a Mac, they have a desktop, they have an iPad, they have AirPods. They have all these Apple products in order for them to be productive and be able to succeed in education. But honestly, you don't really need all that stuff. Obviously, it is helpful if you can afford all those products, but really what you do need is a computer. Out of all the products that I showed you today, a computer is a must because you're going to be writing, reading, and conducting research a lot in graduate school, especially the PhD level. So you want to make sure you have a computer that's going to last you for a long time, that also has software like Excel, Word, PowerPoint, etc., because you're going to be utilizing those as a graduate student. You also want to make sure that your computer has the hard drive to be able to upload different research software such as MaxQDA, SPSS, R, whatever it is for your field. You want to make sure your computer is able to utilize those really large files so you can conduct your research. So invest in a good computer if that's what you take from this video. Thanks again to Flexispot for sponsoring this video and for sending me the desk that I have currently. I do appreciate the support and I hope to work with them again in the future. And for you all that are currently in graduate school or planning to go to graduate school in the near future, make sure you invest in a proper desk setup so you can be the most productive and efficient and successful as you can in graduate school. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.